So the captain and the doctor and a physician were on a nearby boat. But what happened was you guys brought the active family to this nearby diving boat, right? So you can go back to your own boat. You went to this nearby diving boat.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. So why did you decide to jump in and save them? I mean, what motivated you to do that?
Well, it was just a reaction. We knew there was a crisis situation there, and it was just an automatic reaction that there were people in trouble. They needed help, and we just, I think, the people that dove in just knew they had to do something, and they had to do it quick because it was, a wrecked airplane. There could have been someone trapped underwater, and that was my biggest concern and fear, that there was still someone trapped in the wreckage underwater and not able to get to the surface. So we just were frantic to get to the boat as quickly as we could and do whatever we could to help them. And do credit, I think the pilot of that aircraft played a huge role in the rescue operation, because talking with Andy and Jenny after several days after their release from the hospital, they both said that they were unable to do their seatbelts in the aircraft. The plane was inverted underwater, and they were strapped in their seatbelts, unable to get undone. And they, everything happened so quickly, and they were they felt that it was the pilot that had swam underwater and released their seatbelts and helped them to the surface.
So just tell me again what your part was in it, though. So what did you do? You saw them and...
Yes, well, our boat came within about, I guess, 20 feet of the wreck, and I dove in. My cousin and the other deckhand, we all swam to the crashed inverted aircraft as quickly as we could to assist in any way we could. And what my cousin Paul and I did, we went to Jenny, and we were actually, she was the one we focused on, and we held her above the water. I think she was just on the verge of slipping below the surface, and something scary after we heard was that water at that location was 3,000 feet in depth, really deep water. But anyways, we took Jenny and we side-stroke swam her back to the yacht that had the doctors on board. And when she was in the water, the whole time, I thought she was dead. When we got to the aircraft, her lips were blue, her eyes were rolled back. She had sort of mucus bubbles slowly emerging from her mouth and nose, and I'd seen a drowned person before, and that's just what I thought of. I thought, oh man, to me she appeared to be dead. And I think for the whole time we were swimming her to the yacht, I didn't see her breathe the whole time, and I was just really, really fearful for her life, and then when we met up with them 5 days later after the release from the hospital, it was, I tell you, it had to have been a miracle that she was live, she was healthy, she was communicating, her mind was sharp, there was no brain damage. It was just an absolute miracle that whole family, the dad, the mom, and the son survived it. It was incredible.
And do you guys think it's lucky that you saw the crash, you were at the right place at the right time?
It was absolutely, the timing was impeccable. We were just at the right place, at the right time. There's a whole bunch of factors. We were the initial ones at the scene at the first part of the rescue to get them to the boat. The other miracle of it all was the doctors, these two doctors were on board this yacht to take over and do what they had to do to resuscitate They had oxygen. They put a mask on her. From what I understand, they radioed ahead, had an ambulance waiting, and then the boat took off. And as soon as when the wife and the son were on board, I dove back in, swam to the boat, and helped Andy back to the yacht. And as soon as he was on the yacht, the boat left. They took off right away to get to land, to a dock where an ambulance is waiting for them, that drove them to the nearest airport in Roatan. And they had arranged for an aircraft, a medevac aircraft, to be at the airport. And
tell me, I'm going to stop you here. Tell me, I mean, just because you've seen so many seaplanes take off, how common is what you saw in terms of this crash?
I'm sorry, say that again, please?
How common is what you saw in terms of this crash?
Oh, it's not, it's highly unusual. I've never witnessed a crash ever before. In my younger days, I used to be a bush pilot in northern Canada, and I've flown float planes thousands of hours, and I've never seen a crash. I've never been involved in a crash. It's a very, very rare occurrence, and so for this to happen, a very unusual situation from start out a very uneventful, happy occasion to just seconds later to end up in this potential disaster. It's highly unusual.
And there was just a little bit of dog barking in the back. So if you could just tell me again what you did when you saw the crash, just in short. You said it before, you saw 20 feet of the wreck, you were on the boat, or you were on the island. Just in a shorter version, just because there was a little dog barking before.
Yes.
What you did after you saw it crash.
Yeah, we were on the paraglide boat, just getting ready to go off, and my cousin and I were going to go up paragliding. And my son saw the crash. He yelled out, "The plane crashed, the plane crashed." We raced over in the boat full speed as fast as we could to get to the crash scene. Fortunately, it was not very far away. It was like less than 2 minutes till we were on the scene and in the water and aiding in the rescue of the family.
And you jumped in the water?
Yeah, we dove in. We dove in from our boat. As soon as it got close, we all dove in and swam just as quickly as we could. And I think it was probably just if we'd been there a minute, 2 minutes later, I don't think Jenny would be alive today. I think it was just split-second timing to a very successful, happy outcome of this whole rescue effort.
Right.
So we're just.
Anything else you want to add? I mean, this is great. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I have a couple more questions after we can stop recording, but if you're done with the interview, we can stop recording and I'll ask you after.
Yeah, well, we're from Vancouver in Canada, and we've just located down to Honduras. Just in the last couple of years, I've retired from Air Canada, and we're just kind of down here living a dream retirement life. And we had flown over to Roatan just for an afternoon outing, and friends of ours were staying at the resort, which was right in front of the beach where the Atkins were, and it was just a chain of events that just, couldn't have been planned, I guess, better. There were other boats in the area, and they did race to the scene, but, we're by far the soonest to get there and to aid in the rescue. And it was just, we were just feeling very blessed to be at the right place at the right time to help in this rescue operation.
And also one more question. And your son took the video recording, right?
Yes, he did.
And why did he decide to record the video?
Well, he likes taking pictures. He got a new camera, and he's been snapping pictures over the last several days of everything. And He was, when we were taxiing out, he took pictures of the aircraft with the Atkins in it, and it was a happy occasion, the plane taxiing by. He had pictures of that. He had pictures of the plane taking off. And actually, just prior to the crash, he had pictures all the way through. And then when he got to the scene, I guess he felt that there was enough of us involved in the rescue, and he took more pictures just to have something to show of what happened.
Right.
But it was good to have these pictures, to look back, and when I look back at these pictures, I realized that, wow, it was a very scary situation that family was in, and it was just miraculous, the outcome. Yeah.
So good that you were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
No.
you, Larry, so you, if I have your last name marked and stuff like that, you can stop recording now.
I'm sorry, say again?
You can stop recording, just make sure you save it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll stay with you on the phone for a second. Let me send you the resended file. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
How many people would you say rescued everybody? How many rescuers were there?
Well, for sure. Well, it was Paul and I, my cousin and I. We're the two with Jenny, and then there was one other fellow. He is a deckhand on the boat we were on. He was involved with the rescue of Logan, and I think there were others. There were others in the water, but they were just kind of like standing by. At that, just looking back in the pictures, I realized there were other people. At the time, I didn't realize the other people who were around us. Like, I was just so focused on, helping Jenny and getting her to our boat. Like, we were just, we were so intent on dealing with her and rescuing her and getting her to, in the water, you're not able to perform CPR, or we couldn't help her in the water. We had to get her out of the water and horizontal. So my biggest concern was to get Jenny to a boat, on the deck of a boat, where we could get her in position to get the water out of her lungs, because I'm sure her lungs are just full of water. So it was a frantic time crisis situation with her that we were focusing on.
Okay, I just sent you an email, Larry, so go ahead and check your email.
Okay. So do you want me to stop recording? Actually, it's still recording. Yeah. I'll stop that.